With these new flag cities and a new partnership with NJ Transit, officials say the Goya Presents Flag Cities initiative has evolved in ways they didn't anticipate. They say it's a regional effort that continues to grow, bringing together communities across the state that are gearing up to host large-scale fan festivals, all centered around the World Cup. The future of healthcare access in Jersey City remains uncertain. Just a few weeks after closing its doors, the owner of Heights University Hospital says this might not be the final chapter. Hudson Regional Health, which operates the facility, announced earlier this week it's withdrawing its application to permanently close the hospital, now evaluating options to restore services, possibly at a new location. And for many in the community, the sudden shift is adding to months of confusion and frustration. In the years since, many say the deadly crash has become a symbol for a larger concern: school bus safety and whether enough is being done to protect children on the road. Under state guidelines, if the combined harvest rate for both segments fails to reach 20%, the hunt can be extended an additional 4 days. One of the biggest questions heading into the second segment is whether the hunt will be extended beyond December 13th. Beginning February 1st, passengers who show up without a real ID or another form of acceptable identification should expect to pay a $45 fee to verify their identity before entering TSA checkpoints. And it's not too late to get your Christmas tree. Officials here at Heaven Hill Farm say they'll be selling trees up until Christmas Eve. Reporting from Sussex County for WNBC Hometown News, I'm Brianne Hailey Killeen. Organized retail theft, often called ORT, involves groups of thieves working together to steal large quantities of merchandise, sometimes from multiple stores in a single day. The buildup of security for the 2026 FIFA World Cup is already underway across North Jersey. More than $2 million has now been designated for the Bergen County Sheriff's Office to help strengthen public safety efforts tied to the tournament. Funding that officials say will go toward new surveillance cameras, anti-vehicle barriers designed to prevent vehicle attacks, explosive detection equipment, and specialized law enforcement vehicles. This week, here in East Rutherford, local police are receiving new funding aimed at enhancing communication equipment, including new radio and computer consoles, updated monitors, and improvements to the department's server infrastructure, all in an effort to help first responders share information faster and coordinate during large-scale events.
This will really mainly go towards our radio system, which we really needed to update, especially with World Cup coming. FIFA is going to be here, and the radio is always an important tool. If it's not working, guys are stuck out there. They can't radio for ambulance. They can't get help. The front desk area is the brain of the department. If that's outdated, then we have an issue. If it's foggy, doesn't work well for the police department, doesn't work well for the community and the citizens that we're trying to help.
In just a few months, the world will be watching North Jersey as World Cup matches get underway at MetLife Stadium, bringing tens of thousands of fans from around the globe. With that kind of international spotlight, officials say improved equipment and strong coordination between agencies will be key.
We have a lot of meetings with the state police, with the county, the prosecutor's office in town, and we're putting together plans on how to handle the inflow of people. So we will be looking to add additional manpower. We'll be looking for manpower from other agencies to help us.
The 2026 tournament will also be the largest World Cup ever, expanding to 48 national teams and drawing millions of visitors across host cities in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Local leaders say building a security network now, from the stadium itself to surrounding communities, is essential to managing crowds and keeping fans safe during the tournament, as well as local watch parties. And officials say these upgrades won't just help during the tournament. After the final whistle, officials say the new technology and equipment will remain in place to support emergency response and public safety efforts across the region. Reporting from East Rutherford for WNBC Hometown News, I'm Brianne Hailey Killeen. Inside this animal rescue shelter was once a place filled with barking, wagging tails, and second chances. Now rescue leaders are mourning the loss of multiple dogs killed in a tragic fire. The flames reportedly broke out in the kennel area here at One Step Closer Animal Rescue, where officials say roughly 40 dogs were being housed. The rapidly spreading blaze prompted an urgent effort to get as many animals out as possible. And now, days later, many say the signs of what happened here are still impossible to ignore. Charred sections of the building, the lingering smell of smoke, and a tremendous loss to the community.
It was crazy. People from Lakeland Construction were coming over, and everybody was just trying to grab dogs and get everybody out. That's how a couple of the dogs got loose, because we were just grabbing dogs and putting them in the play area.
Police, firefighters, and volunteers worked together in an effort to release dogs from their kennels as conditions escalated. Many of the animals were transported to partner organizations, while some were taken to local veterinary hospitals for treatment related to burns and smoke inhalation.
This is like our life, you know, we love animals more than anything. What they've been through, we have dogs with burns, like it's horrible. We had kennel staff on at the time, and they did everything they could to get the dogs out of the kennel. They tried their best. They got the majority of them out. 6 unfortunately passed away, but they did their best to get as many as they could out, and they risked their own safety for that.
Rescue coordinators say they're focused on arranging foster placements while continuing medical follow-ups as recovery efforts get underway. The building itself remains uninhabitable, leaving the organization without a central shelter space. Officials say this means limited storage for donated food, bedding, or crates, and a heavy reliance on monetary support instead.
We definitely need fosters. We have dogs that we need placement for. The kennels that we're currently using, that are letting us use them, they are short-term, so we do need fosters, and we also need adopters.
The rescue has established an official GoFundMe page titled Emergency Support for Oscar Dogs in an effort to collect donations, and organizers say contributions there will go directly toward medical care, foster coordination, and long-term rebuilding efforts. They're also directing potential volunteers and foster families to reach out through their official social media pages and designated emergency email at oscaremergency2026@gmail.com. As for the cause of the fire, authorities say an investigation remains ongoing. Reporting from Hapakon for WNBC Hometown News, I'm Brianne Hailey Killeen. Police in New Jersey are sounding the alarm after a violent confrontation in Bergen County left a woman seriously injured and a man facing charges. This apartment complex here in Little Ferry became the scene of what officers describe as a serious case of domestic violence. Police responded after being called by a nearby resident who reportedly witnessed the incident firsthand from his window. Investigators say the woman was then found in a fetal position with multiple broken ribs, a collapsed lung, and other serious injuries.
She was having trouble breathing at that time, and that's when we called the ambulance right away. We started our initial investigation, trying to figure out what was going on. Who knows what would have happened if we didn't respond when we did.
Police say this is all raising renewed concerns about domestic violence in the community, as they say they've seen an uptick throughout the region.
We do see an increase in it. It could be from anything from, a spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend losing their job to excessive bills that come in. And these arguments start as a verbal dispute and they escalate into a physical dispute.
While they say there's been a noticeable increase in domestic violence cases throughout the area, authorities say many of the reports they receive, like with this case in Little Ferry, are not made by the victim or anyone involved.
There are so many victims out there that do not want to report this. Most of the time they're afraid, of course. They don't want to create problems. They have kids together. They don't want that getting out there. But problems that occur inside the home can escalate into more violence.
And with the calls they do get, officers say their main priority is to keep the victim safe and that no domestic violence call can be treated the same.
It's a very delicate situation, domestic violence, because you're going into a heated argument from both parties. And the last thing they want to see is a police officer show up at their door.
Police say the 40-year-old suspect was arrested here at the scene, remanded at Bergen County Jail, and is now facing multiple charges, including aggravated assault with injury during a domestic violence, aggravated assault by strangulation, and criminal restraint. As for the victim, authorities say she was hospitalized, but her current condition is unknown. Reporting from Little Ferry for WNBC Hometown News, I'm Brianne Hailey Killeen. Many New Jersey commuters are trading platforms for piers. A trip across the river from New Jersey to New York City could take as little as 8 minutes. And for riders trying the ferry for the first time or those rediscovering it, many are saying it's been a refreshing change of pace from the tracks.
I take the ferry in and out every day. It's really nice. The ferry's super easy to deal with. You just go, you show your pass, you get on, nobody really messes with you. You take a nice ride on the water and then you come back.
Whether it's temporary or long-term, some say a little fresh air and a quick ride beats the chaos on the rails. And for those bracing for the week ahead, they say the ferry's a nice plan B, if not a daily routine.
Super on time. If it says like 22 after, it's going to be there at 22 after, and it's going to leave so that it makes it to the next place on time. Just because it's on water, so you're not really dealing with traffic per se. So just make sure that you're there, 5 or 6 minutes early, and you should be fine.
With more than 3 decades of service, New York Waterway is no stranger to helping passengers stay afloat during disruptions. Reporting from the waterfront for WNBC Hometown News, I'm Brianne Hailey Killeen.